What up? It's Jacob, aka Jesus. I think I fixed my computer, so if this exists, if you're watching this, my computer's working again. OBS version 28 cannot be exceeded, or my camera will crash. OBS apparently. We'll see. But here I am. I'm scared about if OBS will crash or not. But let me give you a little bit of that fear back to you by talking about Phobia Creepypastas. Of course, I'm here with Mr. Steven, aka the Singer Bro. What's going on?
Yeah, I do wonder if there's like a fear of technical difficulties. I wonder if that's
it's possible.
It's in there.
Possible. Because I have that phobia, and I understand why. But whatever. There's no creepypasta about that I know of. There probably is, but about a stream crashing over and over again because of OBS. But
never being able to fix a technical issue, damn.
yeah. But like we were saying earlier, before we had to restart the recording, because I didn't know where I was, and I was like, we just got to start over. Where I left off, what we were talking about was, of course, dang, that's a creepy picture, Steven. We were talking about what phobias we were talking about. Okay, we're talking about what we're talking about. Of course, we've selected 4 phobias, and we've both selected one creepypasta each for all 4 phobias. We're starting with the classic phobia, and then we have 3 phobias that are for people in the realm of Neon Pocket Dimension, of course. So without further ado, let's just get right into it. The first phobia we're going to go over tonight is nyctophobia, which is an age-appropriate fear of darkness that can prompt someone to limit their activities, avoid certain situations, and experience anxiety in anticipation of there being no light. Of course, symptoms of nyctophobia vary from person to person, and according to the severity of a particular case, in general, symptoms of nyctophobia include becoming nervous in any darkened environment, being reluctant to go out at night, experiencing psychological symptoms, including an increased heart rate, sweating, visible shaking, and even feeling ill when forced to spend time in the dark. That's pretty intense. Need to sleep with the night light. Don't we all?
TV. That's what the TV is.
Yeah. Sorry, that was the end of the normal symptoms. There's also severe symptoms, attempting to run away from dark rooms, becoming angry or defensive if anyone tries to encourage you to spend time in the dark, compulsively staying indoors at night, and that's kind of crazy, right? Like someone just like really actively has to stay away from where there's darkness at all. What do you think?
That would be very isolating of a fear, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I just feel like, holy shit, you really have to run away just because there's a dark room or because it's nighttime. That's kind of wild.
No.
I mean, like people always talk about, oh, I have a phobia, but if you really have a phobia for real, then it really does change. Yeah, it changes your life, right? Nyctophobia is also referred to as scotophobia, acluophobia, which I think is the kid version because it's the first one I found, and lygophobia. It may be evolutionary in nature, as many predators hunt at night. The fear may not be related to darkness itself, but unknown dangers hidden in the darkness, which is why horror and suspense movies often use darkness as a way to scare viewers. Some psychoanalytic writers believe that fear of the dark may be related to separation anxiety from a primary attachment figure, a phenomenon that is detailed further in a 2014 analysis on attachment and fear arousal published in the journal Psychoanalytic Dialogues. Damn, that sounds like really official. I did pull this from random medical websites, so yeah, it might sound kind of like I'm trying to sell you like meds or something, you know? Yeah. Could be. One of them was BetterHelp. BetterHelp actually did have a phobia thing on it, like a page on certain phobia I was looking up.
I can see that, yeah.
Interesting. Genetics, upbringing, experiences, and brain structure differences can also play a role in the onset of specific phobias. So there you go. Why did this stop? Okay. Sweet. So now that we've talked about nyctophobia, I have a creepypasta that I will read. Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna change the music for the people watching, if anyone's out there watching currently. We'll do this one, the undead horror. Okay, and I also credited the person, and where I found it at the top here. So this is from R No Sleep, on Reddit. It's written 7 years ago, and it's from Damn Dahmer. Fuck.
Jesus.
Thanks, Cherry. Cherry's here with us as well. Gave us a
Hi.
scary jump scare. Damn Dahmer 213. Okay. I'm going to read it. It's called I'm Not Afraid of the Dark. I'm afraid of what is hiding in the dark. Ready?
Oof.
Settle in, light a candle, turn the lights out. Get ready to get scared. My mother abandoned me to go move in with my father. I had no one else around me, so I had to move in with my grandparents. I was scared to death to go to bed at my grandparents' house growing up when I spent the night. Living there and spending every night in that room was hellish and terrifying. I felt as if someone was watching me. I'd throw my comforter over my head and force my eyes shut until I fell asleep. The first night, it wasn't all that bad. I mean, I missed my mother, and I wondered why she had left me for the man she said she hated more than anything. But my grandmother didn't want me to talk about her. I kept my sadness to myself and went through the day numb as we watched true crime shows. See? Old people like true crime for some reason. Joy, why do old people like true crime? She said, I don't know.
There's old people and
Thanks for the jump scare, air horn. What was that? The last part, Joy? She said, I like true crime. I think she's implying that she's old.
No, I don't think she's implying she's old. I think it's also women. You know.
Oh, women. Women like it dark and nasty. Is that what I'm hearing? Dark and messy. I kept my sadness to myself and went through the day numb as we watched true crime shows. She had me sit in front of her in her chair and brush my curly knotted hair. We talked about school and how it was going to feel having to go to another school. I didn't mind much because I didn't have friends at my old school. That playlist was too much, just a little too crazy. I always had trouble being social and have always preferred being along. What? Okay. Hold on. This person misspelled preferred. Prefferd. And then instead of alone, it says along. So let's fix that. I always preferred being alone than playing with others. We talked about some of the things that were going on in the show. She started on a rant about how this generation was messed up because of what the show was going on about. I tried to explain that this episode is based in the 70s, but she wasn't having it. Okay? All right? Now, but by the way, if you guys know what creepypastas really are, they're not a person telling, like typing a horror book. It's not fucking Stephen King. It's supposed to be like someone posting about something that happened to them, something real. That's what's supposed to be creepy about it. And then back in the day, people always would copy and paste those blocks of text in 4chan and keep pasting them around, and so everybody kept trying to pass the same like eyewitness account of something creepy as their own. That's why it's called creepypasta, because copy pasted creepy stories, but not like you're not writing a fucking horror novel. Okay.
No, it's a short story.
it's not even technically a short story. It's like if you posted on Reddit and you were like, dude, I gotta tell you what happened to me, and you just basically are telling like a story, obviously, but not like
I played a cursed Pokemon game. Like.
Yeah, you're trying to pass it off as real, not as like it's written in a book. Okay, so that's why this lady, if it sounds like that when I'm reading, it's because some person just wrote this. as a post. That's the point. Moving along. I kept my and why are they always so long? Okay?
They're so long.
Why do they gotta be so long? That's what I'm saying. I don't need a fucking book. I need you to be like, I went into my closet and it smelled bad. And so I looked in the hamper and there was a little gremlin in there. And I was so scared. I said, why are you in there, gremlin?
Give me a wedgie.
And then, actually, I'm the gremlin typing. And then it ends, you know? Come on, that's creepypasta. And then also with the creepypasta, you post a picture of a gremlin as well.
Right.
It's got to accompany.
Well, now with AI, it's easy, right? You can put it with it.
True, and I think what I'll do is we'll do a quick Google search of an image after each creepypasta just to put up. Like that. And we'll be like, oh, that's what it was. Okay, continuing along.
Yeah.
Cut. That's the jump scare, the DH. I kept my sadness to myself and went through the day numb as we watched true crime. Okay, sorry. Let me go to the correct paragraph. Dinner came around and my grandfather came home from work and the bar. You could smell cheap whiskey on his breath. He was a drunk, but he wasn't one of those mean, violent drunks I was more used to being around. He really liked to talk about when he was a teenager while he was drunk, basking in the memories of his youth. I always loved to listen to his stories and imagine how different our generations were. We all sat at the dinner table. My brother finally left his dark, musty room to join us for dinner with his headphones still blaring music into his ears. He didn't seem to even notice me, though I hadn't seen him in a couple years. As we ate and it got late, I began to feel an overwhelming sense of dread. I knew that someone would be watching me. I stayed up as late as I could, but my grandfather told me that I needed to get some sleep. They had fun plans for me tomorrow, and I needed to well rest. I asked if I could stay up a little longer, and he said that I could as long as I was able to get up at 6 in the morning. I agreed and continued to watch my crime shows. He left the living room and went into his room and turned off his light. That scared the shit out of me. I wondered how he was so comfortable with the light being off. I was always afraid to turn the light off, but I knew that I would end up having to. I wouldn't, and there's no apostrophe, be allowed to sleep with the light on. After a while, my brother slithered out of his room again and I sat in the chair next to me. He was quiet and it just started and just stared at the TV. Okay. He looked so tired, like he hadn't slept in days. I knew he wouldn't tell me why he looked so tired, so I didn't bother asking. We sat there in silence, just watched TV together for an hour. Then I got up and got ready for bed. No, don't go to bed yet. Trust me, he said, looking at me with fear in his eyes. Why not? I asked him, confused as hell. As soon as I said hell, that happened. Because I don't want her to scare you, he said slowly, looking back at the TV. Who would scare me? What are you talking about? Just don't go to bed yet. Not until after 4 a.m., he said with his blank stare returning. Kevin, I have to be awake by 6 in the morning. I am not staying up till 4 and only getting 2 hours of sleep. He stopped talking and kept his eyes on the TV. He didn't talk to me again. Around 2 a.m., I went to bed. I wish I would have stayed up longer, but I've never listened to my brother. I turned on the light in my new room and closed the door behind me. I felt cold and thick air hit me so hard it was hard to breathe. I went over to the TV in my room and switched on a scary movie. Scary movies made me calm. Yeah? Perfect. I like that's good ambiance. Scary movies made me calm down and feel relaxed. I walked over to my dresser and it was full of new and clean clothes. I put a pair on that were pink and black, then crawled into my bed. I shut the lamp off and laid, L-A-Y-E-D, with my head under the covers. I was almost asleep when I smelt something that reminded me of the smell of rotten eggs and a dumpster on a hot summer's day. Damn, they really busted out the words for that one. It smelled like death. I pulled the covers off of my head and looked for the source. I regret ever taking the blankets off my head. There was a woman in my room. All right, Steven, you ready? Let's see if you can...
What's she doing?
Can you just mime this? Mime this. You're the woman, okay?
Okay.
She was staring at me from the end of my bed, just gripping the blanket like she was trying to hold herself up with it. I didn't feel the blanket being tugged away from me at all, but you could clearly see that she had the end of the blanket bunched up in her hands. Her mouth was hanging open, abnormally agape, like it was off its hinges or popped out of the socket or whatever. It's literally, I'm reading this verbatim. Her breath smelled like death and rot. That could have been where the smell was coming from. Her eyes were wandering and following me around whenever I moved to switch on the lamp on my bedside table. Once I turned on the light, the women would be gone. Women, it's this time spelt with an E, would be gone, and I would feel better, safer. It's still only one woman, I believe. I was unable to sleep with the lights on, so I knew that I would have to switch it off at some point in the night. Once the light was off, she was just there again. All right. Breathing heavily, panting like she was in pain or something. Okay. Just bobbing around like a buoy in the choppy seas. That's just something I wrote in my head. I ended up staying up all night staring at the women. Again, it's pluralized for no reason. Her mouth hanging. Her mouth hanging there. Nothing but darkness. I got off my bed and her eyes followed. I was out of view when her head snapped towards me, bones cracking and groaning. Gross. Sorry, I'm moving windows around. All right, I don't remember screaming, but my brother ran into my room with the look of terror on his face as he saw the woman staring at me, then slowly turn her gaze to him. Her hanging mouth slamming shut right as Kevin turned on the light, and she disappeared. Well, that's fucked up. I ended up sleeping with the light on no matter how shitty my sleep would get. My brother would always check up on me. That's what checked, like, okay. When we weren't staying in the same room watching horror movies. So you see, I'm not afraid of the dark. I'm afraid of what's hiding in the dark. There you go. How'd that make you feel? Let me know in the chat.
Well, I was pantomiming. So
sweet.
You know, I was really embodying the crackly lady.
Be my Krakenstein.
Alice Cooper.
Be my... Yeah. It is. You're right. I mean, you know. Originally. Ah! Fuck! That scared the shit out of me, bro! God. You know, when October's over, we're not doing these jump scares. I mean, and just let us know in the comments below. Do we have to always do them? Is that why you guys like the show? Because we'll keep doing it.
We're going to be expecting to be scared, and then it's not going to happen, and we're going to jump at nothing.
That's a good point.
Psychological damage.
Black Magic by Jarvis Cocker. That's the song playing right now.
I was like, that's another.
Yeah. No, we're good. All right, are you going to do your story now?
Yeah, I'll do the Nick to Phobia story that I have.
All right, I just linked it in the chat. All right, let me put the creepy music back on. Which, you know what I'll do for the edit is when they start, I'll like find some royalty-free music and just put it on there. Cherry said, "I'm working. Want to show the guys I'm working with how to scare you." Yeah, it's not that hard. With channel points or definitely with the Tangias, there's a lot more.
It's pretty easy, actually.
Yeah. Well, it's pretty loud, so it gets me. That one was fucked up.
Keep it loud on purpose.
Well, it's like because you know not everybody's like spending the bits for the Tangias, so when those come, I'm not ready. I am not ready. But all you gotta do is follow us, so that'll jump scare us a little bit. Subscribe, you know, all that shit. Okay, I'm ready.
Right, set. This one's called Nyctophobia, funny enough.
Oh, okay.
This is from our short scary stories, because I couldn't find anything on Creepypastas anyways. I'm just pulling from short stories.
Yeah,
format,
dude.
right?
Been doing the same.
So, yeah, this one's called Nyctophobia by Pickle Jar Potatoes.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's how you start it. Anyways, here we go. Nyctophobia. Recently, my grandfather developed an abnormal fear of the dark. At first, he kept all the lights in his house on. Then he switched his incandescent bulbs to LED ones. Soon, ceiling lights were not enough. So he bought a bunch of floor lamps. These were soon upgraded into floodlights.
Oh.
Concerned, I decided to sleep over. After arriving, the first thing I asked was why he was scared of the dark. What's wrong with the dark?
This is floodlights.
We're expecting a flood. What is that? Like, okay, side note, floodlights are actually for floods? Or they're just really effing bright?
I think it's because they flood you with light. Does that make sense?
The flooding the light, yeah.
You know what? Now I gotta look that up, but continue.
What's wrong with the dark? I said. The dark. I cannot let it come near, he said. Why not? He never answered my question, so I gave up and prepared the spare bed in my grandfather's room. His room was especially bright. There were floodlights, lit candles, and mirrors to reflect light throughout the room. After chatting with my grandfather for a bit, I decided to go to sleep. When I woke up, I saw grandfather holding a cup of coffee and sitting in a chair next to my bed. The clock said 2:33 a.m. Grandpa, shouldn't you be sleeping? And were you watching me sleep? Sleep? Why would I want that? Whenever I close my eyes, I am enveloped in total darkness. So I stopped sleeping. What? How long have you been awake? 3 days. Grandfather turned towards a mirror, then yawned. Suddenly, he paused and widened his eyes. His eyes were fixated on the mirror, and his mouth was agape. Grandpa? The darkness. It's... darkness? There's not a single shadow here. There is. I just noticed as I was yawning. What? Where? Inside of me. Grandfather dashed towards the door and opened it.
Inside.
Revealing dozens of glow sticks. He cracked one open, guzzled the fluorescent liquid, then started yelling. And I gotta drink it.
Oh, he's gonna drink it? He drank it?
Yeah. Yeah.
No! Paw. Did he start glowing? Is that the end?
It says, the darkness is in me, in my throat, my stomach, my intestines. There's no light within.
Whoa.
I snatched his glow sticks, threw them outside, then ran back to the bedroom. As I approached, I saw a bright light coming from his doorway. One was brighter than the rest. When I entered the bedroom, I gasped at what I saw. Using a candle, my grandfather lit himself on fire.
Oh, shit. Grandpa, why?
Sprinting out of the room, I looked for a fire extinguisher while listening to Grandfather's mad screams.
Grandpapa, no.
I will never be in darkness again.
Damn.
I found a fire extinguisher, then bolted back to his bedroom. Grandfather's burning body was collapsed on the floor. After dousing him, I called the ambulance.
This is the best I could do.
Grandfather died from burns on the...
Guy on fire. Let's see if I can find footage of a guy on fire.
To the hospital. During the funeral, I felt guilty as they lowered the casket into the ground. Even after everyone left, I stood there looking at his grave. Grandfather's body was sealed in a casket, and we'll never see any light again. That's
messed up.
Yet I'm sure his soul is somewhere brighter. With that thought, I decided to leave. As I walked away, I could have sworn I heard whispers behind me. It's so dark down here.
It's a Russian guy.
Damn, take off the coat. Oh, shoot.
Damn, bro, that got crazy.
A Russian elevator fire. Dang, man.
Wait, what happened to oh, here it is. There you go. Wow. Oh, it's still on fire.
Oh,
Oh my god. He's just on fire now. Oh my god, help this man.
wait a second. Someone.
Jesus.
Wait.
He's still on. He walked
opened
out
the door.
on fire. What is this? What is this? What is this movie this other video that just popped up? That's weird.
What is that?
Why would it suggest that? That's strange.
Why
And
does the doors keep opening?
sorry,
Yeah, so
were you
that
still
was,
going?
Nyctophobia. Yeah. That was
Okay.
Nyctophobia.
So he just couldn't handle the dark. He didn't even want it inside of him. Wow.
So he needed to light himself on fire to get rid of the dark.
Oh, because then he would never stop. He would still be like lit. He'd fully be lit.
Yeah, he would be lit. Yeah,
That's pretty lit.
definitely.
Nice. Let's get to the next one. Okay, this one's for you.
Oh, for me.
Yeah,
me
so-
or for the viewer.
Arachnophobia. This is your phobia.
So I didn't look up one for this one.
Okay,
so.
see, perfect. So I have one. Arachnophobia is the intense fear of spiders and other arachnids. Oh wait, by the way, I didn't find an image for my story. Creepypasta
No,
lady face,
a lady face.
open mouth. Yeah, there we go. I got this is a good one. Here we go. There.
Oh.
There you go.
Yeah. Yep.
How's that make
I
you
like
feel?
that. That's uncomfy.
It's uncomfy?
It's a little uncomfy.
Well, what if she was standing at the edge of your bed?
I'd
Not
still
into
go
it.
to sleep.
You'd be like,
just go back to sleep.
can we not look at her?
Can I just
Perfect.
look a different direction for not, you know?
Nice. Crazy spiders. I'm gonna type in scary spiders video. Maybe I can find a video. But we'll get into that in a sec. All right, first let's talk about arachnophobia. Arachnophobia is the fear of spiders and other arachnids, classified as a specific phobia. Arachnophobia causes clinically significant distress that can affect quality of life. And when in contact with or thinking about spiders, people with arachnophobia experience fear and anxiety almost immediately.
So I would like to go ahead and mention that there was a spider that I just killed. That was right here.
Are you serious?
Right. Literally right here. That's why I was looking down.
Holy shit.
I would just like to point that shit out.
Okay.
Um,
Go ahead and
go ahead.
Go ahead and point it out, and then I got like this.
I mean,
I got
it was
some-
here. It's dead now. It's a corpse.
Okay, so it can't hurt you.
Yeah. No, it's fight or flight. You know.
Yeah, you're about to fly out of here.
I look over and the shit's just like.
Symptoms of arachnophobia may include immediate fear and anxiety when you see or think about a spider, fear or anxiety that's out of proportion to the danger the spider poses, avoidance of spiders, panic and or anxiety responses such as difficulty breathing, rapid heartbeat, nausea, sweating, trembling, and a need to escape. Arachnophobia can affect your quality of life significantly. For example, you may feel panic symptoms and discomfort knowing a spider is somewhere in your house. You might avoid engaging in outdoor activities such as hiking or picnicking. Traumatic encounters with spiders commonly trigger arachnophobia. No shit.
Yeah.
No shit. Oh my god, this one feels like it's long. No, I don't think it's that bad.
Right.
It's got a lot more breaks in it.
Cool. We like breaks.
Yeah. Like, you know, it's not just like a stream of consciousness. All right, here we go.
Yeah.
All right, this is also from R No Sleep 12 years ago. by RayCat23, and it's just titled Spiders. Spiders. My dad always used to tease me that the spiders are plotting against me behind the walls. This didn't help my arachnophobia, but I obviously never believed him. I may have been a kid, but I wasn't dumb. No, I'm not so sure he was lying. It started about a week ago when I moved into my new house. It's an old, beautiful Victorian place that needs a little TLC. I knew when I first laid eyes on it, it was a match made in heaven. It had peeling paint and an overgrown yard. Years of dust and cobwebs covered everything. Floorboards creaked and doors groaned, but the bones of the house were solid. The bones of the house. It took months of blood and sweat and tears, literal and figurative, before I was finally able to move in. A friend of mine, Sam, spent the first day helping me arrange a living room. Samwise Gamgee. He's my gardener. That's when it started. Sorry, that was just me making a Lord of the Rings joke. He is a gardener. I am his gardener. We were pushing the couch in place when Sam mentioned some cobwebs in the corner of the room. The whole room had just been painted.
Cobwebs, mister.
Mr. Frodo, there's cobwebs. There's cobwebs in the corner. The whole room had just been painted for 4 days before and was spotless. But there in the corner was a cobweb. Gross. We're not talking little strings, the type that that looked like a spider spent a few minutes working its way across the wall. No. This is a large web. Like the spider had been there for years. I grabbed my broom and swept it up, not thinking about it that night more. Fuck, I said that wrong. After plenty of wine and pizza, Sam left and I jumped into my shower for the first time. I kept the original look of the bathroom when renovating with its big claw foot tub and the type of shower curtain that pulls all the way around. Okay, I know what it's talking about. I stood under the hot water washing away the day when I got the feeling I was being watched. You know that feeling. The hair on the back of your neck stands up on end. Damn it. And a chill runs down your spine. I finished quickly and stepped out, wrapping myself with the towel. I stood still and listened. All was silent. Not even wind. I brushed it off as new house anxiety and went to bed. The nightmares started that night. I was lying in bed watching, frozen in terror, as a spider the size of my hand crawled up my wall, then across my ceiling, stopping right above me. It then slowly, so slowly, lowered itself down until it was hovering an inch from my face. Then it dropped onto me and bit my cheek. Goddamn spider. I said that. I woke with a jump. My hand quickly grabbed my face, but there was nothing. No bite. It was just a dream. Are you scared?
Ugh.
Are you scared? Then I saw the long spider web running from the top right corner of my room to my bed. It was highlighted by sunlight gleaming through the window. I got my broom and swept it down. I spent the next day putting the finished touches on the first floor. I wanted to have a dinner party as soon as possible, so things needed done. Ah!
Yay! Fuck.
Throughout the day, I noticed some things. Cobwebs would pop up in places I had just worked on. I'd get glasses put away in a cupboard, and when I'd open it a little later, there were strings of webs stretched all over them. I would pull out a duster and clean them up. I never saw a spider, just the webs. It was strange, but I was too busy to spend much time thinking about it. Oh, shit. That night, I lost my spot there. That night, the dream was worse. I was in the tub showering when I heard a sound, like 100 little scratching fingers that seemed to be surrounding me. I turned off the water and opened the curtain to find I was surrounded by dozens of tiny spiders, all crawling towards me. As I reached the edge of the tub and spilled over onto my legs, I started to scream. That's when I woke. I spent that day outside in my garden planting flowers and trees. I was pulling up some rocks when I saw the first spider. It was the size of a dime and crawled out of the dirt. I could have sworn it shook off the dirt and turned to me, looked at me, and started moving in my direction. My arachnophobia is really bad, so I panicked and stomped on it, killing it immediately. I could almost feel it crunch under my shoe. In retrospect, that's when things got real bad. The terror of my dreams intensified the third night. I'm lying in bed, frozen in fear, as thousands of spiders of all sizes come crawling out of cracks in the walls, floor, windows, ceiling. They covered everything, circling me, getting closer. I start to panic, my pulse rising, sweat breaking out all over my body. I'm shaking, hyperventilating as the spiders converge on me, covering me out all over my body. I'm shaking and... cover me like a blanket. Oops. I woke screaming, drenched in sweat. There were cobwebs stretching all across the room, crisscrossing each other. I had to use my arms to pull them down just to get out of my bedroom. I cleaned the room and called an exterminator. What the fuck happened over there? It crashed. Sorry. I explained my situation and he got out of my house the next afternoon. All day, as I organized, I felt like I was being watched again. You still there, Steven?
He should be getting out of the house.
Yeah, he's got to run. I would leave a room and come back in moments later to find webbing everywhere. I almost left and stayed at my friend's house, but I'd only seen one spider, so I was in denial about everything. That night's dream seemed at the time not as intense. I was in bed staring at the door. A little spider, no bigger than my fingernail, came into my room, crawled onto my bed, over the sheets, to my hand. It stopped there and turned around in circles a few times before chomping down on me. The pain was white hot, and it made my eyes water. I watched as the spider seemed to dissolve into black liquid that seeped into the puncture marks. Oh, fuck. The spider's going inside Yez. That's gross. I woke feeling drained and feverish. When I sat up, my hand was tingling. I looked down and saw two perfect little holes, a spider bite, in the same spot as the dream one. I was a little freaked out, but I tried not to too much to think about it. I put some antibiotic cream on it with the Band-Aid and went to have breakfast.
Go to the fucking emergency room.
Yeah, you probably are poisoned, sir. Or ma'am. I walked in the kitchen and into the cobwebs. Thousands of them. Everywhere. They stuck to all parts of me when I tried to back out. I was screaming and ran outside, shaking the webs off as I went. Fuck that. The exterminator showed up at noon and was shocked when he saw the kitchen. I'd left it as I'd found it. He told me he'd never seen such a bad infestation. I let him know I had just saw one spider. He got into the house and said the webbing was everywhere. He said they were crafty little things, and he would bet I had tons behind the walls. But all he found was more webbing. He sprayed some kind of poison to try and cut them off and told me to let him know if it gets worse. He thought that I might need to have my house smoked as a last resort. We're still going a bit. That night, I couldn't sleep. My hand was red and swollen where the bite was, and my arm itched. It felt like something was moving through my veins. I drank some wine and passed out on the couch until 4. The dream that night was like that old urban legend about spiders. I was standing in my bathroom, looking in the mirror at a bite on my face when it started to hurt, and something moved under my skin. Aghast, I watched it moving closer to the center of the bite. Suddenly, there was a blinding flash of pain when a small spider crawled its way out of my skin and dropped down into the sink. It stopped, looked up at me, and then dropped into the drain. When I woke, I was still on the couch, the wine glass lying on the floor. My eyes felt like they were filled with sand. I went to move and I couldn't. I looked down and my eyes grew wide with fear. My legs were covered in webbing. They looked like a giant cocoon. The web was spun around them all the way to my thighs. I panicked and fell to the floor. Sorry. There was nothing else in the room covered in webbing, just me. No webs strung anywhere else. The room was pristine, sun shining in through the front windows. I pushed myself up to a seated position and frantically tried to pull the webbing off. It was like trying to rip through the leather. I slowly made progress, punching little holes through the web with my fingers and yanking with all my might. After what felt like hours, I was finally able to free my legs. By then, my feet were numb and my legs tingled painfully as blood rushed back into the starved tissue. I made my way to the bathroom, and when I looked at my face, I saw the bite on my cheek just below my right eye. I touched my finger to it and winced in pain from my hand. I pulled the Band-Aid off to find little red lines running out from the bite. In the middle of the bite, it looked like a white spot. This is a spider bite. You're poisoned. I put my fingers on either side of it and squeezed. I saw what looked like a small string emerge just slightly. I grabbed it and pulled. It hurt like hell, like my veins were being pulled on. I let it go in shock from the unexpected pain and put a clean Band-Aid on it. I called the exterminator and told him what happened. He said I should get out of the house now. He had never heard of a spider doing this, and he encouraged me to have the structure smoked as soon as possible. I agreed, and we scheduled this weekend to tempt my house. I called my friend Claire, told her what was going on. She insisted on coming over right then and there to help me pack. I pulled my suitcase out and started to put clothes in. I went to my bathroom to grab toiletries and my robe. I glanced at the mirror as I walked by and stopped dead. The bite on my cheek looked worse, like the one on my hand. I stepped closer and saw a little white piece of web sticking out of the center. The fuck? In my shock, I dropped my robe to the floor and stepped closer. Very carefully, I grasped the web with my fingernails and gave it a little tug. The pain was blinding. I let go and put my hands to my face. I felt like my skull was being crushed. I dropped to my knees in front of the toilet and threw up. Exhausted and a bit disconcerted, I laid down, resting my face on the cold tile floor, and spotted the spider. It was sitting by the door. I could feel it staring at me. It was no bigger than a dime and didn't move an inch, just sat there watching me. My cheek throbbed and my head still hurt, and it just sat there watching me. Holy shit. That is That is fucking scary in these headphones, because it really sounded like it was coming from behind me. That was creepy.
Yeah, I looked over to my door.
I was like, whoa, that was scary ass Tangia. Thank you again, Jerry. After what felt like forever, it turned and walked away almost casually. I waited until it was gone before I got up and tried to walk. Spider knocker. Thanks, Jerry. I was shaky and nauseous. When I looked at myself in the mirror, again, that spot was an angry red and I could see it pulsing. I need to get out of this house. I stumbled
so why is he not at the fucking doctor's at this point?
I agreed.
And the friend, okay? The friend is like just a terrible friend because they're not like, you need to go now to the emergency.
Yeah, this might be a lady, actually. Ray Katz. Maybe. I'm thinking. I stumbled to the hallway and worked my way down the stairs. I heard Claire pull up as I opened the door. She looked horrified when she saw me. I told her we needed to go, that it wasn't safe in there anymore. Without question, she helped me to the car and we quickly left. I'm in her guest room now. My face started hurting worse the further we got away from the house. It feels like something is moving under my skin. I feel a deep need to go back home. I can't stop thinking about home. My home. Our home. Home. That's it.
Home. So they're dead, right? They died, probably.
I don't
know. No. God. Fuck.
Ah!
God.
Oh my god.
God.
This fucking spider, dude.
It's like, do not touch it. It's like,
Want to take a nap?
what kind of fight, bro?
Have you ever been bitten by a spider before? Spiders typically
No.
They may also bite for another reason as well. While my name is Patrick Payton.
What? No. It's just going off the rails. It went off the rails. Hold on, we gotta watch an ad really quick.
Something truly scary, Christian Bale.
Yeah. For real. Let's see. Is there a big spider?
Wasn't that American Psycho?
Oh, here we go.
Oh.
Look at the size of that thing.
Ugh.
Thank Mac Guff. There you go. It's weird spider videos. And then it's this lady. Remember?
Yeah. Great.
Remember that lady? I typed
Yeah.
in creepy pasta lady face open mouth, and this is all the stuff that has showed up.
Great.
This lady.
That lady is the lady with the second one is
This one's
barely
creepy.
open, okay.
Yeah, but it's not open. That's the
Yeah.
thing.
No, she's very creepy. I remember
That
seeing
one's
that the first time. I was like,
this one's
oh,
creepy.
I'll never unsee that.
This one's fucked up too. I don't like that.
No.
I don't like it.
Yeah, Momo is creepy.
Woo! So how do you did you like the spider story?
No. No. Nah.
Poor lady
Nope.
got all covered in spiders.
Hold on. Infested with spiders.
Why don't you talk about spiders for 1 second?
Yeah, so spiders are you know, I used to not squish the spiders because of my paralyzing fear of the spiders. However, now the spiders, I've had to be the spider hero, the Spider-Man, if you will, and because of my kids. And they're
To
not
protect
gonna
your
be the
children
spider
in your
hero
house?
mans. They're not gonna be the spider hero mans, and that's my place,
Yeah.
and they're not allowed, right? So
That's true.
now
That's true.
I have to crush them. That doesn't mean that inside I'm not screaming, you know.
Yeah.
It's fine. But,
We don't like killing
oh,
spiders either.
God,
It's
there's
scary.
a spider, come
Oh,
and
babe.
kill it. I'm just like,
Joy said yeah.
okay. Okay, I guess
Okay.
I'll come kill the spider.
Okay. I don't like it.
So that's my relationship with spiders. And also there was a motherfucking spiders you were talking about arachnophobia that literally dropped down.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
You
exactly.
can't fucking plan that, dude. You can't fucking plan that.
No, for
see if I
sure.
can find
The
quote.
spider will always drop. If you're trying to capture a spider, it's always gonna wiggle out. You know what I mean? That's definitely gonna happen. Are we ready to get to the next one?
Yeah, let's
Do
do it.
you have a story for this one?
I do, yeah.
Okay, then I'll just let you do this one. This one's
Yeah,
actually Mochi Squeeze's phobia, which is scolio.
Tangential.
True. It's scoliophobia. Scoliophobia. Joy. Fear of worms. It's an intense and irrational fear of worms that can lead to significant distress. Of course, if you're struggling with worms, you could find help probably, but not if you're holding worms in your hands.
Or if it's a rainy day.
True. Well, here in Vegas, there's less wormage because
There's not.
it's a
yeah.
desert, unless it's a like Arrakis. Yeah. So if you have the phobia, you'll have anxiety, panic attacks, and discomfort whenever you encounter worms. And then, of course, it could be like TV worms. It doesn't have to be real worms. Common symptoms are increased heart rate, sweating, trembling, shortness of breath, avoidance behaviors. I'm seeing that most of these are the same kind of like symptoms when you think about it. Where you're like, I don't like worms, so I stay away from worms. That makes sense. How do you feel about that? Yeah?
Good. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So, well, you do your story.
All right.
right.
This one's called Heartworms. And it's written by B.E. Hurla.
Okay. And where'd you get it?
Creepypasta.com.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Sifted through the madness.
Nice.
Says, I filled up the bowl to the brim with live mealworms from the fridge,
Creepy.
watching them squirm and slither over each other as if they believed they could escape. It was gross, and
Yeah.
it made me want to gag, yet I stomached the feeling. And just as I had many times before, this was simply what I needed to do.
Look, it's worms.
I care. They're fine, actually. I don't care too much.
Well, these are earthworms. I feel like I can find grosser
Yeah.
worms.
There are much grosser worms.
There has to be.
Tapeworms being one of those.
Oh yeah, shapeworms. All right, we'll take a look.
Probably the worst ones. I carried the bowl to my guest room, lying just down the hall from the kitchen. The walls on the short walk held countless memories, each tucked neatly into picture frames. That was always one of her favorite parts about decorating, getting to look at the photos of us. I smiled at them as I walked by. It was those memories on the wall that always made going into the room a lot easier. However, it was never a long walk, and soon I was met with the wooden door. It was just as intimidating as always, but no matter how it made me feel, I still had to go in. As my hand touched the knob, an anxiety shot up through my system. I didn't know what to expect on the other side. What if I opened the door and she was dead? What if I caught her at a bad time? What if... No. I had to shake those thoughts from my head. None of that mattered. I needed to do this. This was my responsibility. And so I turned the knob, feeling every
God damn it. I'm sorry.
in my bone.
Continue. Sorry. I was just trying to bring up a worm video.
Every creak in my
Sorry
bones
about that.
as I pushed it open. You're fine. The room was dimly lit, with the only light flooding in from the hallway. Inside, I could see that its navy blue bed sheets had been torn again, with large chunks of them strung about the room. I think they meant to say. They said stung.
Okay.
The paint on the walls had chipped even more, and I noticed a few new holes since last time. But that barely mattered, thanks to the stench that entered my nose.
Ew.
It had a rotten and strong smell that took up the room like a fog. Still, I pushed on into the room, feeling my sneakers stick to the floor with each step, practically ripping off the sole of my shoe. No matter how gross, I knew this was the habitat it needed. It allowed her to be herself, in whatever form that would take. Kayla? My voice cut through the tranquility of the room. I was excited to see her. I'm back from work and I brought food. Slowly, I laid the bowl down in the middle of the room, and it connected like Velcro against the sticky wood floors. The moment it left my hand, I backed up, peeling myself step after step towards the doorway. That's an interesting way to say that.
Okay.
I watched the bowl
Fucking
like a hawk
creepypasta.
as I walked backwards, noticing that a few worms had crawled out of the bowl. One in particular caught my eye. Its yellowish blob of a body squirms near the bed, hoping to find a moist spot to make its home. I felt amazed at how freely they moved, no worries of what might become of it. I wished sometimes I could feel like that again.
You okay? Okay. Sorry. Continue.
Slam.
Here's some yellow worms.
Slam.
How do we feel about these?
The legs of the beds. Gross. The legs of
pretty
the
gross.
bed suddenly hit against the floor. It seemed to startle the worm as well as it quickly started to slither away as fast as its little body could take it. Slam! The bed tipped over, banging against the wall as a hand shot out from under it. It's meatier than yesterday. Red at the fingertips with the skin slowly peeling back around the knuckles as it grabs the worm.
Ew.
Dragging it quickly under the bed. Slam! The bed hits the floor again. She's eating again today, and that's a relief.
Whoa.
I turned around, hoping to focus my attention on the pictures. My eyes darted around the wall, noticing a picture of Kayla outside of a Denny's. We'd shared our first date there when we both got stood up by our Tinder dates. I was just about to leave when
Nice
I saw
little-
her sitting alone, checking her phone. Kayla had the cutest annoyed look on her face, the kind that was more disappointed than mad. I figured I might as well try to make both our nights a little better, so I went over, said hi, and offered to buy her food.
It's Denny's.
Denny's. Where everybody
This-
goes at like 3 a.m.
I fucking hate Denny's. Denny's is like the worst.
I also hate Denny's.
This is the absolute worst. Joy said rude. She
gross.
likes Denny's.
Oh, I'm sorry that you like Denny's.
And Steven said, I'm sorry you like Denny's. That is rude. We're all being rude.
They had offered to buy her food. I'll never forget that.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Jeez.
Thank you so much for the Tangia
Especially all her
Stuff, by the
little
way.
quirks.
yeah, huh?
Those were some of the most adorable things about her. Food shyness, Kale called it, was something she had been forward about since our first date. When she would eat, I wasn't to look her in the eyes because she was worried about looking ugly when she eats. As her condition got worse, she didn't like being watched at all. She thought it made her disgusting. Kayla was always beautiful, though, no matter how bad things got.
I'm disgusting.
She was perfect.
I think that's
And
her
I
voice.
never for 1 second
I think that's the voice
regretted
I
meeting her.
would do for her.
I'm disgusting. Don't look at me. Slam.
Gross.
The bed moved again. It was a much softer hit against the wall. Then there was scraping. I heard it scrape its way out from the hiding spot, hitting the floor with a force that shook the room. Oh.
Cherry.
Shook the room, and it sounded as if someone was dragging a heavy piece of furniture. I'm reading this verbatim, so if it sounds
Yeah.
the grammatical stuff is gonna get me.
Yeah. That's
it
one of
could
the best
tell-
things about creepypastas is because they're not supposed to be written well. That's the point.
Right?
Yep.
It could tell it took lots of energy. It was out of desperation that she crawled, and even in that weakened state, I was happy she was eating. So she's just-
you're fine with her eating worms.
yeah, she's just eating worms. And he says, let me know if you want more. I was cut off by the slurping. A rhythmic, constant slurp, slurp, slurp.
Ew.
Crunch. Then there was a crunch, loud and sharp. Those happened sometimes when she ate too many at once. My eyes longed to find another photo, hoping to catch another memory on the wall to block it all out. Yet, in the reflection in the picture frame, I saw her. She was eating. As my eyes caught hers, I noticed how animalistic they were. They were angry, and she looked tense yet. When they caught mine, they grew soft, into these caring blue eyes. Kayla's caring blue eyes. I tried to break eye contact, shifting my gaze to the half of a worm falling out of her mouth and into the pile that was held in her hands. She didn't like being watched while she ate. I knew that. Josh! Her voice croaked. She never
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Yes! I stumbled over my word. It was hoarse and deeper than I remember, but that was my Kayla's voice. I'm sorry. The pain in her voice was clear, and it hit me like a truck. Why
Oh.
did this happen to her? What did we do to deserve this? What did I do to deserve this? I knew I needed to help her, but I couldn't. There was nothing I could do. It had been years since we first noticed the skin on her ankle was starting to peel. How stupid could I have been to think nothing of it? Is there anything I can do to help? Anything at all? Even before the words left my mouth, I knew the answer to the question was no. But I wasn't asking it to her. It was a prayer to God. No, more like a beg. Please, give me a sign, something I can do.
Please make my wife stop eating worms, please. That'd be nice.
And hiding under the bed and slamming.
Yeah. Slam.
Please don't leave Josh. It
She's-
shattered me that she would even think I might leave her.
She's like, smash this subscribe button. Slam that
Smash.
like button. Sorry. Continue.
I won't, Kayla, I promise. I mustered. You could hear how much energy it took her to speak, to even ask for me to stay. I knew she would never get better, but that didn't matter. Not even a little bit. She was still mine. She will always be mine. I will always be here for her. Food, Josh? Of course, I smiled. It's coming right up. Sit with me for a while, her voice croaked. Yes, I would love to. I turned to leave the room. Try. Yes, I love you. I love you, Kayla, so much. It was the first time she said that in months. Trying to stay strong for her, I headed out to the kitchen once more, ready to fill another bowl with worms. Nothing could ever take Kayla away from me. No disease, no deformity. She will always mean everything to me. That's
Wow.
why I filled the bowl up to the brim with more mealworms and walked back to the room. All I could focus on now was Kayla, not the sticky floor or any foul smell. I had to take care of her. I set the bowl down in front of her, this time closer than I ever had before. From the darkness, she pulled herself forward once again, plunging her ruined hands into the bowl of writhing worms.
Gross.
I watched her feed, watched the skin continue to recede from her body, and watched the worms disappear into her mouth. She was hungrier today, hungrier than ever before. But that's okay. I'll be here when she needs more.
Yeah, see,
I'll always be here.
she's fine now. It's all good.
Yeah, she's good.
Yeah. Worms.
She's losing her skin, but
Yeah. Who needs skin when you got worms?
right.
You know?
You got worms, you don't need skin.
Oh, see, this person's cooking the worms. Is that the whole thing?
A bowl of worms a day keeps the skin away.
That's true. Do you want to watch someone eat worms in a bowl?
We
could have to cut this part out. We could possibly cut this part out, but we will definitely link to the video that we showed. And we could do that.
Right,
you know, we'll do the YouTube edit if it forces us to. All right, ready?
What's the thing?
Are you ready?
Yeah.
It's really gross. I think it is.
I don't know if I'm ready. Oh, jeez.
Yeah. They're moving. They're alive. Those are okay.
What are they? No.
I don't know
fucking
what language
cereal.
they're speaking. It could be Vietnamese.
Listen,
Yeah.
coconut worms, I'm sure
Yeah.
culturally they're
Yeah.
enjoying it.
Look at how happy they are.
They're so happy to be eating those writhing cereal.
Okay, hold on. Wait, I'm getting an ad from YouTube. Guys, if remember
what else
that
are they putting in there?
well that's
Oh.
chili oil. So at first I think it's coconut milk and it's wiggling as you can see.
Right.
It's alive.
Yeah.
That's a worm. Now she's going to
it is
dip it in
living.
the
And
chili oil.
This isn't one of those sort of videos, right? This is
No, this is real.
God.
This is natural life TV.
Don't.
Okay, we got
No.
chili oil. They're wiggling.
You know,
Here-
we've
get
come
ready,
a long
here we-
way
Yeah?
in evolution.
Have we?
Why are they still eating worms?
Because they can. Oh,
Okay.
oh, she's sucking. Oh, here we go. Take a big bite. Oh,
Yay.
yeah. Ooh.
Nice
I
and
want to
tender.
hear the sound she makes.
Yeah, let's hear the.
Oh, she just
That's-
sucked something out of that too. Apparently, that's delicious. Let's see the other lady.
Coconut worms.
Let's just see this other lady eat a worm too.
Right. She looked like she was a little grossed out by the other.
Yeah, but look, she's taking a bite. There you go.
Oh,
Oh, she don't like it.
no.
Oh, she
she's
just
not
threw it on the
having
ground.
Yep.
She's like, nope.
And this lady's just getting in there. She.
Yeah, she's cool. She can eat worms. Is it all gone? They're not eating them all.
Is that
They're not
what did
eating
they
them all.
add
They're
to
just
it?
mixing it
Coconut
around.
Milk?
Yeah, I think that's coconut milk and chili powder or chili flakes.
That
Chili
has got to be
juice.
the strangest combination I think I've ever seen in a bowl.
Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed two apparently Vietnamese women. I don't really know.
Yeah, they certainly
Eating
seem to be
worms,
enjoying
coconut worms. They were eating
worms.
coconut worms, Joy. She said, "I'm not listening to you." That was pretty disgusting.
Yeah, that was.
But it seemed like one of the ladies seemed to like it. So there you go.
She slurped it right up, dude. And just
Yeah, no problem. Nice. My one I'll save for. We'll do another one. You know, the ones we don't read this time.
yeah.
We're on the last one. All right, and then last one is mine because it's my phobia.
Bum bum. Bum.
That's right, and it's spectrophobia, also called catoptrophobia, spectrophobia. I've just said that. And isotrophobia. Damn, it's hard to say.
I've heard isoptrophobia before.
Yeah, this phobia is a distinct from that, which is the fear of one's own reflection. So it's not the fear of the reflection; it's the fear of the mirror. Sufferers of spectrophobia can fear the breaking of a mirror, bringing extreme bad luck. I don't like it. You know what I'm saying? I don't break mirrors. But it's not. I'm more of the type B. They can fear the thought of. Oh, Obia is crashing
You're
it.
more of the. You're more of the reflection.
They can fear the thought of something frightening jumping out of the mirror, which is what I was talking about a second ago, or seeing something disturbing inside of it next to their own reflection when looking directly at it. Others, this is the shit I'm like, don't fuck with me, all right? Mirrors, stay.
Okay.
I don't need there to be shit in there. I don't need the reflection to look weird or change. I don't need things coming out of it. Others fear that it is a link to a preternatural world or a gateway into another world and may fear being pulled into the mirror by some preternatural force. Some also fear their own reflection in the darkness as it can appear distorted in strange ways or the reflection may frighten them. Exactly. That's That's totally me to a T. So that's why I said the darkness one, because I think nyctophobia slightly is something I could say I kind of have. I think it's kind of creepy for it to be dark.
It plays part of it, yeah.
But definitely I'm scared of the fucking the mirrors in the dark specifically. So that last line resonates with me. But symptoms, obviously.
You would love that movie, Mirrors.
I'll check it out. Watch Oculus. Look it up. It's a movie about mirrors. Avoidance of mirrors. This is symptoms. Avoidance of mirrors, trembling, shaking, thoughts of death or dying. That one. Screaming, crying, or trying to flee. I don't do. I did that when I was younger. Rapid breathing, rapid heartbeat, shallow breathing, dilated pupils, or sweating excessively. Full-blown anxiety or panic attacks. So, I mean, I'm just kind of scared of it. I don't really like freak out like crazy or anything like that. You know what I mean? So anyway, I have one, but I don't know if you have one. Because I feel like I did too.
I didn't get one for this one.
You didn't get one? Okay.
No.
So I'll do it. I don't think it's super duper long, but this is our last one, people. Hope you've enjoyed this odd and gross episode 2. Next time we'll do internet deep dives on scary shit, that we can find. Maybe we could pick like a couple stories or something, look at
like a deep conspiracy thing, dark conspiracy.
Well, it could be like haunted websites or, stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about. It could be anything, whatever. It'll just be us diving into the dark side of the internet, what we can find. Not anything like fucked up, but like just like fun horror stuff. To move on.
Yeah.
r/no sleep for the third time. The other one was from r/creepypasta, I think, or something else. But 3 of these are from No Sleep. I searched as much as I could, and these were just the best ones that seemed like not super long. Okay, so this is only 2 months ago. This is a newer story. It's from Go Navy 27. There's something in the mirror. There's something in the mirror, and it's definitely not me. It started last week. I just thought I was sleep deprived. When I was standing in front of the old, ornately framed mirror in my bathroom, rubbing sleep from my eyes, my reflection winked. I could have sworn I saw it, me, wink. But then I blinked and stared at it, me, and nothing seemed strange. I looked like I hadn't slept enough, sure. Bags under my eyes wouldn't qualify as carry-on luggage. But nothing weird. I chalked it up to exhaustion. Why do people have to just try to write? It's like, just tell a story. But later that night, as I washed my face and glanced up to check, I'd gotten all the soap off. My reflection smirked at me, just for a moment, its eyes glittering with malice. It felt too real that time. I stumbled backwards, nearly tripping over the toilet, and stared, water still dripping from my face. But everything was normal again. That is until I went to sleep. The murmuring started, along with the nightmares. I dreamt of never-ending mirrors, reflecting one another in an infinite labyrinth. Reflections on all sides laughed at me. Voices whispered that the mirrors were reality. The mirrors were beautiful. I should appreciate their clarity and their elegance. And these murmurings didn't stop when I awoke. This person has what's that called? Schizophrenia. Throughout the workday, I heard random voices whisper in my ear. Some sounded like my own. All sounded like someone was right beside me, whispering loudly that the mirror held the answer to who I was, that the mirror was perfection. I couldn't focus.
The answer.
The mirror is perfection. Each time the whispers directly in my ear caused me to jump from my chair. I was certain someone was pranking me, or maybe that my recent stress and sleep deprivation was causing a sudden psychotic breakout. Eventually, I left work early, and while I dreaded going home to my mirror, I also felt compelled, desperate even, to glance into it again. I felt like I needed to see it. So I did. I rushed home to the mirror. This time when I stood in front of it, my reflection slowly smiled at me. Its grin widening until its cheeks seemed to nearly split in two. Can you do that one? That's pretty far. I wasn't smiling. I ran out of the bathroom, tried to pack my things, thinking I'd go somewhere anywhere where that mirror wasn't. but it seemed to have a magnetic pull on me. The voices whispered to return to the mirror, to look at its secrets. Look at it. Look at my secret. To let it show me its hidden world and envelop me completely. Envelop me. I thought you were going to say it. They got louder, more urgent, as I frantically packed. And as I reached the door, stop packing. It sounded like my own voice. Screamed. Whoa. That's a pretty good zombie scream. I fell to the ground, covering my ears in agony. But the shrieking continued. It seemed to come from all around me. From within my head, it's like the knock tangio we heard in our headphones. And there was no escaping.
Right.
I felt the stickiness of blood on my fingers, and I knew the only thing that would make it stop, the mirror. So blood streaming down my cheeks, tears welling in my eyes, hands still over my ears, I stumbled to the mirror. The shrieking stopped when I got there. But my reflection was gone. I stared back at the glass, seeing a warped version of my bathroom without me in it. As I watched, wondering if I really was going insane, something moved out of the corner of my eye in the reflection. Something in the mirror, just at the edge of its frame. By the reflected version of my bathroom door, something moved in the shadows. There was nothing moving at my bathroom door. Whatever had moved, it was only the mirror. That was 5 days ago, I think. I've called out work since. I may lose my job, but I think that's the least of my worries, because the murmurs and shrieking and shadows have only gotten worse. The voices are constant. Jesus, what is this? The voices are constant. Sorry, the music on my end just was getting ridiculous. They tell me the mirror can solve my problems. The mirror is perfect. The mirror is not merely a reflection, but is the real reality. The real reality is redundant. Mirror. Maybe relax. First, the shrieking wouldn't let me leave the house. Then the bedroom. Now the grammar in the mirror. We shriek in the bedroom and the bathroom. I'm not sure when I last left the cold tile and white walls and all-encompassing mirror. I'm not sure when I last ate or drank or slept. It's been hours at least, maybe days. Every time I look in the mirror, I see something move again, something undefinable, just out of reach. The last few times, though, it's not in the reflection. Most recently, it's in my house. On my side of the mirror. Look at the mirror and the same shadowy presence moves in the center, or the corner of my eye, not center, but at my bathroom door, in my house, and its movement is missing from the reflection. My face is caked with dry blood. I have my phone. I should have called for help earlier, but it got so bad. But I can't hear anything anymore except for the constant whispers telling me to give into the power of the mirror. I think my eardrums have burst. The voices, though, come from everywhere. From within my ears, from within my head. In your head and your bums. Maybe I should have texted for help. Mirror. Zombie, hey. But the voices turned to screams when I tried that too. They are constant and they are inescapable, and I think they may be right. I think the mirror is the only way to stop this torture. I think the mirror may free me. My reflection isn't there, but the thing in the shadows is, when I look in the mirror, it moves by the bathroom door. It's here with me, just out of view, waiting, watching, reminding me of its presence. I feel the pull of the mirror. Even now, it wants me. I think I want it too. There's no escape. Maybe from the bathroom or from the world. Except through the mirror. Maybe its ornate frame is a gateway. Maybe it will save me. I have to hope so. I have to hope that if I stand before the mirror and give in to its whisperings and its pleas, that I will be free from these voices and nightmares and pain and madness. I have to hope. Surround me. I have to hope that the mirror is the solution, not the end of me, because it's all I have left. And then it just says this. It says you can't see the text. Okay, but it says like backwards as if the words are mirrors. It says there's no. Oh! All right, I think she's home. I think she's home. Cherry's home. She got me with that. There's nothing in the mirror, only me, and it's written backwards. Can I copy paste that into the chat? Maybe see if that actually works. Oh yeah, it works. See, you can see it in the chat. Can you see it? Did I never restart the stream?
Nope.
Oh, that's the problem. Oh, okay. You didn't see the jump scare. Because of the jump scare.
Yeah, I know. I saw this.
Damn it.
Yeah.
I'm going to type it in again. Like, do you see it now? Not home, red light, she said. Red light. It's because it crashed. But it took an hour. So it seems better.
Yeah.
Cool, man. Here's that movie. The Oculus movie.
I looked up some of the
movie.
pictures of it, and there's some freaky looking stuff in there.
Yeah. Oh, what the fuck? There. This movie.
What's
See?
that? The hands over the eyes.
See? Oculus.
Is that like see no evil kind of thing?
Oh, I guess this is if you want to buy the movie on Amazon. I didn't know I was clicking that. I was just trying to... This is why I don't like Google Images anymore.
Right? It's all just a crap
Yeah.
shoot.
Oculus.
Oh, look at that mirror.
It's a scary mirror. Pretty scary mirror, if you ask me. Ooh.
You throw away the mirror at that point. If anything gets ever creepy,
Yeah.
you just throw it away, right?
Yeah, can we just smash the mirror?
I mean, that's 7 years of bad luck, right?
Damn, you're right.
That's what they say.
Yeah, maybe we
So,
shouldn't
like-
be smashing mirrors anymore.
I wonder if I smashed mirrors ever.
Oh, dang, it showed how she died in the movie. Dang, that's messed up.
Dang.
That's a spoiler, guys. I'm sorry.
For what, 2013 movie? 20...
Yeah, I mean, it's a good one. It's got Karen Gillan.
Yeah, no. Mirrors with Michael. No, it's Kiefer Sutherland. Yeah, there we go.
Oh, 2008?
Kiefer Sutherland. Yeah.
Mirrors. Oh, Kiefer Sutherland.
Yeah, Kiefer.
Okay, I have to watch it. This one?
Yep, that one.
All right, cool.
Good.
There you go, man. You know, we don't like them. We don't like these creatures trying to get out. You know, they're trying to get out. They're trying to take over your life, going out of the mirror dimension and swapping you.
It's our lives. It's
That's
now
right.
or never.
That's right. It's now or never. Cool. We did it, man. If we did phobias paired with TikToks. Are you scared? How do you feel now? Feeling good? Feeling like you're ready to do more
I'm
creepy
still
shit?
disturbed or perturbed by the fact that a spider did drop down whilst being described of arachnophobia. So,
True. Yeah.
you know, I
Yeah.
might just be cursed or something.
It's true. But you know, spiders aren't trying to hurt you, man. They're just trying to eat the bugs in your house. That's all. So, you know, they're not bad at least. At least we know worms are gross and they shouldn't be like they should just be in the ground somewhere. Like fuck off. Don't be inside of us.
Or under logs.
We shouldn't have spiders or spider silk inside of our bodies either.
As a new fear. And a new
Yep. There might be some fucked up lady in the dark, so just, you know, keep an eye out.
That's what could have happened to Spider-Man had it went another way.
True. Oh yeah. If he became a man who had a million spiders inside of him. Yeah. Man
host,
spider.
if
Yeah.
you will.
That's true. And what was the other dark one? I think it was your story, right? The dark story.
The nyctophobia.
Yeah, what was that one about again?
That one was about
Who was in the dark?
Shit, what was that about?
Did you read that one? Or did you read the other one?
Yeah, I read that one.
Yeah.
I read nyctophobia.
I forgot about it. I already forgot.
No, it was the grandpa. It was the kid and the grandpa, and the grandpa burned himself alive.
Oh yeah, because he didn't like the dark. That's right. Yeah.
There was darkness
Jesus.
inside of him, and
He drank the tube of glow stick tube. So don't do that. It's poisonous.
Yeah.
Don't set yourself on fire either. You know, if you really need, just I don't know, swallow a flashlight. Nah, probably don't do that either.
Well, because they could at least get rid of it. No, don't do
You
it.
might be able to poop out like an LED, like tiny light. You know,
Oh yeah.
you could pass that through your
But don't
body,
eat light.
perhaps. Yeah, don't
probably
eat
not.
electronics. You could kill yourself somehow. It's probably
That's
not
not
good.
a part that needs to be illuminated.
Yeah.
Have you ever you think if it was bright enough, it would shine through?
That's what I'm interested to see, but don't do it. It's dangerous. Don't do that. No. If it's a horror movie and it's like a special effect, then I'd like to see it. But in real life,
Yeah.
let's not be shoving lights down people's throats or setting them on fire. Don't do that. Yeah, and watch out for the
Don't
mirrors.
set a light on fire down your throat.
Watch out! Don't smash mirrors. Okay, they're just here to reflect you. That's all. That's all they're trying to do.
Yeah, Jacob, don't
Yeah.
smash the mirror.
I'm scared, but it's okay. We'll get through it. This has been another episode of Odd and Gross, also stitched together like last time, a little differently. Instead of 7, it was 3 videos that I had to stitch
Hey,
together.
we're getting better.
Actually, only 2. I forgot. The first one we're just throwing away. That one doesn't
It
count.
should be.
It's only 2 videos I had to add together, so I feel like that's an improvement. Yep. Cool. Well, I've been Jacob. That's been Steven. Let us know what you thought of the creepiness, and we'll see you next week with more creepiness. Make sure to get out there and explore the darker side of the world and look up what kind of ghosts there are, stuff like that. You know, or
How gross.
watch some horror movies. It's October. That's kind of what I'm saying. If you have any weird, gross stories, odd or gross stories, send them to us as well. neonpocketdimension@gmail.com. We'll take a look. Any news stories or personal stories.
Gross.
Yeah, something odd or strange. Were you abducted? We would like to know that. I'd like to hear about that.
I want to read a probe story. That would be interesting.
Yeah, we could do. I mean, we're gonna have to cover aliens on an episode, so yeah, it's gonna be a lot of things. We're gonna talk about cryptids. We'll do true crime stories. All the dark and weird shit out there, and gross.
That's what we're here for.
Yeah. Yep. All right, Steven, Singer Bro, sign us off.
You are odd and gross. We're odd and gross, and we're out.